Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Indie Taste Test. I'm your ever-vigilant host, Peter Maschio, here to bring you a video of an indie game that I'm going to try for the first time for 10 minutes and all that junk. The Stanley Parable came out this week. What was a Source Engine mod back in 2010 is now a full-fledged game. That looks super weird, so I'm gonna go play as Stanley and play not as Stanley. So let's do this. Boom. Loading. Yeah. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's a good cutscene.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh man, give him numbers.
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
Bad keyboard technique.
What buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Was he? Well,
and then one
hey
day,
man,
something
that's all that matters.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Oh man.
Or a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Oh no.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Guys, I'm in control, okay? Trying to do stuff. Well, nothing seems to do anything. Okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. Where's employee 429?
All of his co-workers were gone.
They
What
were.
would it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Man, British culture's weird. Numbering employees and stuff like that. Sure, that's what they do. No doubt about that. That's weird. Maybe you're fixing stuff in there. Man, what a linear hallway they got down in
Stanley
Britain.
came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stan knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what I want to do, Mr. Narrator.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yep. No, I'm not going to do that.
But eager to get back to business,
I don't like
Stanley
this
took
narrator.
the first open door on his left.
Nope. I'm just going to keep going straight.
Stanley
Not-
was so bad
not
at
biggest
following
narrator.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Man. I love games that just are so self-referential like
Look,
that.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Are
I
you?
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but
It
the
is.
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What do you mean?
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
gonna
you've
jump.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Wait, who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What do you mean? What does he mean? What is he talking about? This is scary. Oh man.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in
Unplug
another,
the phone.
then no,
Yep.
you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Just unplug the phone, guys. I don't want to talk to her. She's evil.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
I really like aggravating narrators.
It's actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
This game's
You're not
pretty.
Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh, man.
I can't believe
You're a
I'm
real
so
person.
mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safe protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did
Yeah.
you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have
Maybe
that
I
kind
didn't.
of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
All right.
Please
I
observe this
gotta
helpful instructional video.
watch this.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used
It is.
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
Oh,
Which
man.
choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse
Nobody's
why
real.
you cannot continue talking.
Nobody's
Turn to a
real.
partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh, now I get to practice this technique.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part of a
It's
healthy
4:30. I need a
decision-making
back, sack, and
process.
crack.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make
All right.
more than 8? Less? And finally,
should
if you
I
begin
make
to
more?
wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world,
Probably
just
not.
remember that in the
Look at
vast
me.
infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
That's
and the feeling
true.
should subside.
Oh.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You
Oh,
may have
man.
noticed this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed of good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
See what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm gonna end the video there for now. I don't want these things to go too long. Oh, this is so good. So far it seems like it's a simple adventure game. You know, as simple as ridiculous British humor can be. There's a very, I know this is it's like a trope for comparing, you know, British humor to anything, but it seems like a very Douglas Adams inspired type narrative. So I'm excited to keep playing this as much as I possibly can to see where this leads, because this is so far up my alley, it's not even funny. You can get this game on Steam for currently $12, I'm certain, and then it's $15 retail. I think this tastes, this tastes like spaghetti with jelly. It probably would taste good, but you have no idea why it would ever be in front of you. But it currently is. So I'm going to eat the spaghetti with jelly. And you guys don't get to watch. I'm sorry. Maybe once I finish it, I'll put up a Let's Play. If you want to see that, just let me know. But as always, come back to IndieGamesAAA.com. We got great stuff going on. And got my minicast, which is just ridiculous. And if you like game humor, that should be your thing. And then we have our longer premiere podcasts. And yeah, always pushing out content every day. So come visit IndieGamesAAA.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel down at the bottom. Thanks, guys, for watching. I will see you next week with yet another Indie Taste Test.